first and 10, here's Breeze. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Left, 99. Check 99. Ready. Easy. Hey, check.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. Snead's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Breeze now on first down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Ready? You ready? Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Here we go. Check. Check out, bro.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Steps away. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 10 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland Raiders get set to take over again on offense. And their running game, they had Latavius Murray out again week 6 with a toe injury. What are you seeing from their backfield?
Well, they're not getting the same type of production. Latavius Murray is one of the most underrated backs in the NFL. So trying to cobble together a good run game with him out has been difficult. So they've leaned on their wide receivers and passing game because you've got Amari Cooper out there, Michael Crabtree, and then Michael Rivera runs some pretty good routes at tight end too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. You know, we saw some fun things around the NFL in Week 6. You had a nose tackle, Dontari Poe, get into the end zone. Kobe Fleeter, a tight end, ran a sweep into the end zone. Interesting week.
The college game does have an influence on the NFL. Kobe Fleeter, that was a jet sweep that normally you see in the college game more than anywhere else. Dontari Poe, they use him really as like an extra tight end, and he caught a pass. It really became a lateral, and he dove in. How about Buffalo? Well, I saw option, and we saw direct snap to LaShawn McCoy for touchdowns.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Carr going to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Murray, the lone setback. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
Brief break in the action here. We're back to New Orleans after this. Throwing on first down is Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Now that we've got a second, I need to ask you about Carolina. 1-5 through 6 games.
Did not expect that at all, especially because of their defense. And so far in 2016, the defense has struggled a little bit. And how about Cincinnati?
Yeah, 2-4.
The way they lost the playoff game, we didn't know if it would affect them or not. Maybe it has, but they still have a chance to make a big run in their division. But San Diego, I know no one's really talking about them, but the way they lost their 4 games, absolute heartbreakers, maybe they can put a run together behind Phillip Rivers.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Flainer. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. Airing one deep for Crabtree. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Another pistol look here. They go back to the air here after the INT. Surveying the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now Carr. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he's brought down. And Cooper's coming off back-to-back 100-yard games. In fact, in Week 6, he had 9 catches in the first half alone.
He is such a terrific route runner and spends a lot of time in the film room finding ways to get open, working against defenses. He was a pro when he got to the NFL, and we saw that in the first half against Kansas City.
And he's only 22. The future is bright. Murray, the lone setback. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on